Hi, we're back and we're going to talk a little bit more about VLOOKUPs. We talked a little bit about if functions just a moment ago, and now we're going to talk about VLOOKUPs. I'm going to bring up that same file that I talked about when I did the if function here for the commission, and now I'm going to talk about a VLOOKUP and able to show you this bonus table right here. Now this bonus table, I just typed it in, but you do need to make it absolute when, of course, you do a formula. When we did the if function, the 18% and the 50,000 was already absolute. So I'm going to just show you how to make this absolute. We're going to come up to the Formulas tab, define name. I'm going to call this my bonus. Now, a VLOOKUP can only be one word, so I'm going to use an underscore and bonus table. I'm going to call this my bonus table and click OK. So now this has been named, and now I can use it in my VLOOKUP. Now, what a VLOOKUP does is it allows you to take and type in a list as many numbers as you want in ascending order and use as many columns as you like, and we're using just one column to show these are the quotas that need to be met and these are the bonuses that they will get if that was met. Now, how am I going to tell Excel what to look at? I'm going to tell Excel that this number right here, this 71,000 for Hanover's, and this is the sales for Benjamin's Brussels and selling chocolates. And so this is the what we call the lookup value. So the value that Excel is going to look at. This is the table. So this is going to be the table array. We're going to be telling Excel that this is the bonus table. And then this column here, which is actually column 2 in the bonus table, is going to be the index column number. So the column index number, we're going to tell Excel what to look at. So we're going to tell Excel to look at column 2 in this bonus table. So here we go. I'm going to click in column G and row 6. And now I'm going to come on up here to the Lookup and Reference button off of the Formulas tab. I'm going to come down here and click on the VLOOKUP option. So again, a dialog box pops up similar to how the dialog box popped up with the if function. I'm going to move that right underneath where I need it to be. The lookup value, as I mentioned, will be this 71,000, which is in cell E6. The table array. Now I could type bonus underscore table. I could come over here and highlight these numbers in both columns if I wanted to, or I could come up to the top to the ribbon, and that's where I prefer to go. There's a button here in the Formulas tab called Use in Formula. I'm going to click in Use in Formula, and all of my named ranges will be there. And the one that I'm looking for right now is Bonus Table. So the name of the table is Bonus Table. Now, all I have to do is that third line to make a simple VLOOKUP, and it's asking me for the column number in the bonus table. And as I mentioned, the bonuses are in column 2 of the bonus table. So I will type in a 2. So again, Excel is going to be looking at cell E6, which is the 71,000 total for Hanover sales. The bonus table, both columns in the bonus table it will look at, it automatically looks at the first column in the bonus table to compare it with that 71,000. It is then going to look in column 2 to give the answer for the bonus. So watch when I click OK. I will copy this down. Might need to widen the column. No, looks good. And notice 71,000 falls in between 68,000 and above, so that's why Hanover gets 8,000. 52,000 falls in between 50 and 58, so that's why Maunder gets 2,000. And 62,000 falls in between 58 and 68, and that's why Juan gets 6,000, and so forth. So you can see that Simmons does get $100. Why? Because 39,000 falls in, of course, between 35 and 50,000 and gets 100. And we might as well finish it off. Peruzzi sold 56,000, so in between 50 and 58 is again 2,000. So that's how a VLOOKUP works. A V means vertical list. In this vertical list, you have 1,048,000 plus rows, so you can have a very long VLOOKUP table. And of course, you have 16,000 plus columns, so you can have as many columns as you want. You just need to know the number of the column that you want Excel to look at in that VLOOKUP table. So I hope that was helpful. And look at the if function, little recording that we did earlier, and now this VLOOKUP. And of course, I'm going to put a total in here and total up the sales. and enter that in. And then maybe I even want to know what the commission and the bonus totals are. And of course, you know that I can just take the fill handle and drag that across. What do the number signs mean? Widen the column. And so now there it is. My Benjamin of Brussels is finished. And so are we. So I'm just going to close out and save this. And back to if functions and VLOOKUPs in Excel. And again, this is Jan Romano. Thank you for joining me today.